It is uncontested by Bob Dylan, Oren Snyder, Barbara L. Becker, the law firms of Gibson Dunn, including all attorneys at Gibson Dunn, Montgomery McCracken, and Archer and Griner, that the facts contained within the full record of the court in James Damiano versus Bob Dylan has validated and substantiated the magnitude of the corruption, deception, and fraud committed by Oren Snyder, Bob Dylan, and the law firm of Gibson Dunn. Also including but not limited to Sony House Counsel, who have all been sent this video. This video is addressed to Barbara L. Becker, the chair and managing partner of Bob Dylan's law firm, Gibson Dunn. It is also addressed to Trey Cox, the co-chair of Gibson Dunn's Global Litigation Practice Group. The government emphatically defamed James Damiano by holding him in contempt for posting videotape depositions on the internet which were incriminating to Bob Dylan. That might be a hard concept to understand. So to make the concept easier to understand, I will say that all 50 hours of videotape depositions that James Damiano posted on the internet were incriminating to Bob Dylan. The court then proceeded to hold James Damiano in contempt for violating the confidentiality order by posting said videos on the internet. When anyone searched James Damiano's name on the World Wide Web, they would learn that James Damiano was found guilty of contempt. Thus, come to believe that Mr. Damiano had done something illegal or even criminal, which was not the case. Holding James Damiano in contempt was the court's way of subliminally tricking the public into believing that Bob Dylan had won the lawsuit. I invite anyone, lawyer, judge, congressman, senator, or president, to review this very video and debate the issue. It is simply an impossible debate to win, and that is the reason all the attorneys at Gibson Dunn or any other law firm refuse to address the statements made in this video, even though this video was sent to them all in an email and is posted on Damiano's website. I like to make notice that this video is evidence in a federal lawsuit between myself, James Damiano, and Bob Dylan. There are some key factors I would like to cite. The first being that this statement is to the layperson. So there is no misunderstanding. James Damiano's lawsuit was never presented to a jury. Judge Simandl dismissed the case in summary judgment, disregarding 35 hours of videotape depositions that incriminated Bob Dylan. 11 years of correspondence between Bob Dylan's management and James Damiano, a music comparison analysis of a Harvard-graduated musicologist, blatant admissions of guilt by defendants, a verified 40-year history of plagiarisms by Bob Dylan, and many other issue facts. Please note that the facts of the case were never presented to a jury. So the next issue I'd like to cite is the fact that Judge Simandl's final opinion of the lawsuit does not in any way reflect the facts of the case. This is verifiably substantiated through my website and through the deposition materials that are cited on my website. It is also substantiated through the record of the court. Said website contains many hours of videotape depositions that are incriminating to Bob Dylan. It is also a material fact that the following statement has been on the record for well over 25 years. That is the record of the court. The statement is, it is publicly and judicially uncontested by Bob Dylan and Bob Dylan's law firms, Monet, Phelps and Phillips, Porcher, Hayes and Snyder, Hecker, Brown and Sherry, and Sony House Counsel, that Bob Dylan and people in Bob Dylan's entourage have solicited James Damiano's songs and music for a period of over 10 years and 11 months. I have been left no choice but to call Gibson Dunn out on their nefarious and illegal behavior. I have received no response from Ms. Becker concerning my email to her dated January 15th, 2025, which cites Oren Snyder's verifiable, substantiated, and illegal fraud. It is uncontested by Bob Dylan, Oren Snyder, Barbara L. Becker, the law firms of Gibson Dunn, including all attorneys at Gibson Dunn, Montgomery McCracken, and Archer and Griner, that the facts contained within the full record of the court in James Damiano versus Bob Dylan has validated and substantiated the magnitude of the corruption, deception, and fraud committed by Oren Snyder, Bob Dylan, and the law firm of Gibson Dunn. Also including but not limited to Sony House Counsel, who have all been sent this video.